Hello everybody, this is Sonia. I'm come back on here today because I'm going to show you how to make a bee, bumblebee actually, because they're made both the same way, but because it's a small thing, I thought, well, I'll make it a bit bigger than the sort of normal size bee and make a bumblebee. I've had a few requests. One of them was over 12 months ago, so I probably should get on with this, hey? Now, this is done in a technique called Stumpwork, and you'll need a few things. I've got felt behind this. You can use a wadding thing, sort of stuff thing on if you want. If you don't use felt, and a piece of even weave fabric, which is easier to use. You'll need some fabric for the wings. Now, I've used this glittery bit of tulle and some of this piece of curtain, but it had this spot on it, and it actually is a very, very pale bluey colour. I just wanted something not so, wasn't so stark white, so I've got a few layers of that. So you'll need that. You'll need a hoop. You definitely will need a hoop. Now, this is one of those ones that you can actually buy, and they have a little ring in the end of it, and you can use it for a picture frame. And I have a lot of, well, I did have a lot of embroidery hoops and can't seem to find the size I need, and it took a lot of work getting these two thicknesses of this into here. So if you can get a timber hoop to work with, well, that'll be really good. It's not a hard thing because having it in the hoop makes it a lot easier to do. Now, you'll need some wire, and I'm using this 24 gauge beading whites in the bag because it's to keep it from unraveling all through the other wires. You could go to a 26 because this is very, very fine, and I use that today so far, so I'm going to just do that later. With that, you need the colours that you think your bumblebee will be, and I just want him to be like this. Black and a sort of a yellowy orangey colour. I don't know, maybe he's really light yellow, but I'm just going with this because I really like the colours, okay? And needle, cotton. The cotton you will use would be, I went with the closest I could find to the wire, to the goldy colour wire. If you can't find this sort of gold colour wire, which you can hardly see that, I know, you'll have to coat it, whether you put it in something or cover it with the thread, that's up to you. But of course this is really close, I didn't have to cover it with anything because you can't really see it that close anyway. So, alright, now this is quite easy to do actually, it's not hard at all. It's just very basic. It's called turkey work, what we're going to be doing. And we need to work out how many stripes has he got? Is the front of him black, then yellow, then black, then yellow, or... No, you should have got this on. Should have got this written down, Sonia. Anyway, let's go with black, yellow, black, yellow, black, maybe? Black, yellow, black, no. Black, wait a minute. Now, let me see. This is... I'll just put it down here. I should have got a picture of a bee, shouldn't I, to start with? Would have been a lot easier. Yeah, black, yellow... yellow and black either side, maybe. But then he's got black on his eyes, but that doesn't matter. Has he got more black than yellow? Sorry about this. I hope people are yelling at me. Sonia, don't you know what sort of how the bee looks? No, my husband did say, why didn't you get a thing? Oh, that looks better. The more yellow with the black stripe. What do you reckon? How that bit? You like that? Okay. So we've got yellow, black, yellow. Anyway, so I've made a few little lines here because this is the size I want him to be long and that's the size I want him to be wide. Okay. So what we need to do is, shouldn't have done that to me piece of thread in the first place. I should have had that ready not to do that to it. That's a bit scary, isn't it? Now, we're going to use 3 thicknesses of thread. We could use the whole lot, but I don't think that's, you know, it's up to people, but I think it'd be better if you do it like this. So just pull through 1, 2, I think there's me light, 3, Right, so you want 3 pieces of thread to start with. Do your turkey work. That's what it's called. Cool, eh? Love the name of that. And then you'll need a good needle. I say good needle, but you want something you can thread this through. So we're going to thread him through. Okay, maybe not like that. Hang on a second. Don't stick it in your mouth because it makes it thicker. That's what I'm doing. It makes it swell up the cotton. I won't go through the hole then. So what do? Stick it in my mouth and just continue telling you not to do that. I still think I need something with a bigger hole today. This is not working for me. Oh, as the day goes on, I get a bit blinder, I think. I don't know. Through there. I remember when I first started doing this stump work, that is the sewing technique, I used to do it with, I wasn't wearing glasses at the time, didn't need them, and I used a magnifying glass around my neck only occasionally, and you know, people used to say, oh, how do you do that? But you definitely want a knot. You definitely do want a knot, because this is going to get away from you if you don't, and you're not going to be happy with that. Okay, so you come up through the back, and I'm going to start here at the point where I want him, you know, for the length of him, and I'm just going to pull that straight through, and I'm going to go over and I'm going to come up a little bit the other side of where I just started, right? And I'm not going to pull that all the way down, okay? You don't want to pull that all the way through, but then you're going to do the next one where you come out and push it down in there like that, okay? Right, now this one here, you're going to come up next to the first stitch you did, and you're going to come over here, and you're not going to take this, you're going to take it back. Wait a minute, if we do it up this way you might be able to see it better. I'll take it back over there like so. Now I've got it twisted, I think, because I did one way and then back the other. I'll bring it under here. This is nothing different I'm doing, I'm just trying to get it so it's still all going the same way. So you got that sitting up like that, okay? And then you're going to do another one. Press and take it down. So what you're doing is you are putting a piece up the top. And now I've gone lost what I was doing. You want to put it up to the top and then down, and the next one you want to secure it, okay? I should have just been going straight through instead of bringing it back up because I was confusing myself. Hope haven't got you too confused. Righto. Now that is going to be wide enough for him, plenty wide enough. I may have overdone it, so this one I'm going to take down, okay? Righto. So now I'll go back to the other side, and I'm going to come up, and I'm not going to take this all the way back through this one, okay? And if I start picking up the stitch from underneath again, I won't be very pleased. I'm sorry if I showed you that to start with, because then it confused me and probably you too. So what you do now, you'll come up in between there, in between where that stitch is, and then you'll go down, and that'll secure that one, okay? And you're going to keep doing this. That one, it's not sitting up there far. So we go into a loop, and then we secure the loop in there so it doesn't go anywhere, right? You want to try and make them the same height, your loops. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. You should be able to, now that I've got me. So I'm going to come back this way now on that, because I don't want it to be any wider. I don't want him to be too wide, but he's going to be big by the look of this, isn't he? So we're going to come up here again. We're going to come backwards now, right? So we want a loop, and then a secure piece to secure him down. And a loop. If you try and get them so they're going to overlap one another, which I probably haven't got that over far enough, in the loop, and then we'll have to do it. Did I do the secure bit? Too busy talking. But you know what? I don't think it's going to make a difference if I just concentrate on what I'm doing. Now I'll make the secure piece. Alright. Now the loop will come back halfway through this bit and down on that point, halfway through that stitch, and then secure it with a stitch. I did this from following out of a magazine or something. I'm probably not doing it exactly. What? Now we're securing, aren't we? Yes, I said. Okay. Now a loop. I don't know if I did a secure stitch there. That's a loop. Curling down. Hang on. But unless you muck it up, you know, really bad, which is not very likely, it should work for you. This is twisted. Our cotton's twisted round because you're going up and down and it's all spinning. Oh, come on down. I'm twisted there. Okay, I'm going to have to do something about. I'll pull that right through for the loop. I'm just going to hold my work straight up in the air, and the cotton should untwist itself. Okay, so now I have to secure that bit. So it doesn't matter though, because it's going to be, as long as you keep it right tucked up against the other, right? You don't want any holes, because you don't even have any ball patches, do you? Okay. And it's going to be way too big if I use them marks, so I'm going to be taking them marks off in a minute, I think. How far did I go over? I'm coming back now with a secure one. Okay. And now we're going to do a loop. Ouch. Fingers, get out of the way. And a secure one. And a loop. And you do what? I have to say these things to myself as I'm going, so I remember what I'm doing. See what I'm doing now, I've got these a bit too high, these last ones, but that doesn't matter because they're going to be cut. So he's going to have to be true. You know what? I'm going too far without putting on the black. Aren't I? I might just take that last one out, and I'll start the black. I forgot about him. He's got to have stripes, doesn't he? Yep. Where did that go through at, I wonder? It'll probably take me a week to find this now. So I've probably done 2 or 3 rows, have I? Just watching me, how far did I go? Yeah, I'm not going to know if that's the right thing I'm pulling or one of the loops. Yes, it is. Right, now. Okay, so we're going to end this off, which means I've got to thread it up again. That doesn't matter because I've got a bigger needle in my. Now, I don't know how long this is going to take me to make. Got no idea. Just depends how I go. Cut that off. You could keep going and leave a gap, but I think I'd like to do the black next. Which has got fluff on there. There's fluff on things. Everything in my house, the fluff just flies at it flat out. Maybe this will be enough, I hope. Have I got 3? No. Maybe I'll get a better piece that way. It'll last me all the way through the bee. I don't know if I've got any stories. I do know that last time I was on here I might have been talking about my daughter's boyfriend having a few medical issues. Well, this thing, as so far it's all been sorted because he's a diabetic young man and he had a swollen foot and he did not know what was wrong with it, and they could not find out what was wrong with his foot. Anyway, it appears that he broke it, and because he had no feeling in his foot, he could not feel that he'd broke his foot, and he'd been walking around on it for some time and saying it was okay because he couldn't feel nothing, if it was alright. I don't know this. I don't know. Anyway, it's in a cast thing now, and she's looking after him, but he's still working, and oh dear, I don't know. What do you do with these young people? I've got no idea. Just probably let them go is the best idea. So I really want to thank everybody that had, you know, still for your kind words about that. He's on the way to being better. It just might take him a lot longer than he probably would have done normally if he had known what happened. I don't know how he broke it, but he doesn't either, he said. So there you go. But anyway, so now we're going to come up here and go down and make a loop. I'm going to check my time when I do this bit here, and if it's too far I'm going to turn it off, finish it, and then come back and show you what I'm up to next, okay? Now, we didn't make a loop at all, we pulled it straight through. Sonia, what are you thinking about now? I don't know. It's not too bad the weather today. It is getting hot outside. So that's one bit, and I put it down, secure it. Then I take the other bit, and you might be able to see a bit better now what I'm doing, that I've started a different colour and I'm away from what I was doing before. You want to go, because when you've got the thing, it's so close, it's a bit hard to. Come on, you can get through there, please. Right. Is we securing one? Yes, we're on a securing one. And then we're going to come up again and we're going to put a loop. Oh dear. If I can cobble something up, I will. But we shouldn't panic, because just a tiny bit of a tweak will get it undone. It really will. Oh. Jobbing myself with this thing, and is it the black? So it's got to make sure you just only go to the end there. Doesn't matter though, because you'd be a podgy little bloke. It won't matter, will it? And now we're going to secure that one. Make another loop. Oh dear, pity me. The end of this one's come through with it. I suppose it doesn't really matter. It's got to be a fluffy bloke anyway, doesn't he? This black doesn't seem as thick as the other thread. I don't think it is either, because sometimes if you it's a different brand or something, it might not be as woolly, maybe. Should be a loop, Sonia, I think. It will be. I'll put it for a loop. And now that bit. I just had a call from a lady here in Australia that bought a magazine that one of my pieces of work was featured in, and it didn't have a pattern in it, and she wanted to know if I could tell her where she could get a pattern, so I'm going to see if I can find her a pattern for it. That was about 10 years ago I did that. She said somebody gave her the book, so they must have took the pattern out of it or something. It's just got lost to, I suppose. That'll be the... But that's okay, isn't it? It's really nice that she wants to do it. Now we're going to come back here. And if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be, and you're watching me, and you're thinking, she was supposed to put a loop, she was supposed to... Don't worry, it won't fall out. So I'm talking. and not paying enough attention to what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm going to go over here now and put another loop in. You know what? The main thing is that you secure each one of those pieces, because each one of these little bits, and that's what the main thing is. Okay? Nobody's going to see your lovely work or my mistakes or whatever, but I'm just doing one. You just want to do one piece that's lipped up and one piece that's taken it down, okay? It's holding it in the place. I don't know whether we've got enough black. We probably have. See, if you can see that, there's enough of the black. Okay, so now I'm going to be game, and I'm going to go and do another lot of black. And no, that'll get too cobbled up. That will. Don't do that, Sonia. That'll be too cobbled up. Okay, so I'm just going to check the time on my camera. You don't mind, I'm sorry about this, but I really need to know what I'm up to. I've got another 10 minutes to go. I don't think I can do this in 10 minutes, but I'm going to keep working on it, because you might as well learn a bit as I go, a bit more of how it's done, okay? And that way, I'm going to have to do a part 2 anyway, because I've got to do the wings, so we'll do as much in this one as we can fit, not, and then we can do the wings. Now the bee will actually be on this piece of work, okay? Some of the things that you make, you take off and you put on, you know, like you cut out, but this will actually be on this piece of work, and then I can make him into a brooch or whatever, put him onto a brooch or something, okay? So now we want a strip of the yellow. Well, that took 20 minutes to do that bit, so let's wriggle along a bit this time so it doesn't take that long for me to do it. But you know what? I can't work fast. If I do that, I'll really get upset if it gets mucked up. So we're just going to go along as best we can, okay? Okay, now, back this way. Secure that down. I'm thinking I'm supposed to show you like that because I'm used to the camera being over there, but I don't either. What I'm seeing, I'm hoping you are too. I hope so. I bet you anything can go out there, and this bee is supposed to only have two yellow bits and 3 black bits, or never mind. It's my own creation, you know. Poor God, he's maybe frowning down on me, making my own creations. Oh dear, what's going on here? Oh dear. My husband just took my fan off me. Wonder what he's up to. Well, never mind. Might be on the phone or something, I don't know. No, that's in here with me. Now that got really warm. Imagine he's going to put back in a minute. Just as I'm playing or something. Must be doing something with it. Anyway. A loop and a piece that flattens down. Because this is going to be fluffied up, because it will be, because even after I cut it I intend to frill it out and fluffy it up or something. I don't know what that word is, but I will be making it fluffy, so it will still be a lot bigger than what it has started out to be. I think he's got the shower on, that's what he's making. Thought it was going to make too much noise, but you know what? Rather the fan, I think, anyway. Not to worry. It doesn't matter. Oh dear, sorry about that. Right. You know what I hate? Deciding what I'm going to have for lunch. And then when it's tea time, I think, or dinner time, people call it dinner, or we call it tea. Some of us do in Australia. Everybody got different words for their food times. And I think, oh, I don't want to eat again. Good grief, it's just ridiculous. All this food times. And I might just put a couple more of these bits in. Oops, I pulled that through there. Oh, nobody panic, please. It's okay. I'm going to pull that down. So, and put that one in there. Nobody's going to come back and put my fan on for me. Oh, the cat. I know what it is. I didn't want the cat in here. And he probably wanted to go to the bathroom. So he's... right, I get him. Now I know what he's doing. So one more black one. And then one more yellow one. So there's still a lot to go. So let's go now. And I'll be back in a minute with some more. Okay, thank you.